Hello, this is Adeptus Nubis, and I bring you a 1v1 cast between Tex and DarkHero here on... I have just forgotten the map name. It's Greentooth Gorge, of course. Tex is playing the Warlock, this time with a much more appeasing color scheme, no more drag queen scheme. Melee-oriented spellcasting commander can be highly disruptive and highly supportive at the same time. Up versus the ever elusive Lictor Alpha, a melee-oriented assassination style commander, has great melee war gear, and there you see he also has a great melee special. Is more of a 1v1 hero. There has been a lot of debate around the Lictor Alpha being very useless in 3v3s, and there might be some very interesting upcoming changes. But let's focus on the fighting here. We have double Dire Avengers and into Banshees out of the gate for Tex, and Homogons into double Termagons, so very standard openings for both players. Usually you'd see the Eldar actually capturing the secondary power node here as well, since Eldar are very power dependent. This Lictor Alpha might be a little bit overextended because the Banshee special is the death of the Lictor Alpha here, as has always been, and Banshees actually, they do get the Lictor Alpha indeed. I'm very sorry for all this observer chat here. I have forgotten to delete it this time, so you'll have to bear through it. Tex immediately going for the power bash here. Well, very interesting choice, but double Dire Avengers should most definitely help out here, or at least this squad should help out here. We do see the new Spore Mines. Spore Mines not as lethal anymore with their upfront damage. They now have, you'll see it in a second, yes, they now also have like a Blight Grenade similar ability, which helps them out a lot more versus garrisons, since it does AoE damage, and I think it's anti-garrison type of damage. I'm not sure on the specifics now on the Spore Mines. And Tex actually does get the full, or he will get the full decap on this power node. Very annoying for DarkHero to deal with. DarkHero is actually opting for a second Hormagon squad. So he's going for a lot of Gods and Gans here, trying to exert a lot of map pressure, I guess. Maybe we will see the Pheromones, beautiful plasma grenade here. But he will still have to fall back. Now that the Spore Mines are actually so much better versus a garrisons, he cannot simply go into this garrison, because if he wouldn't have had these Spore Mines, Tex could have just gone into this garrison and completely dominate this entire blob here, since the Lictor Alpha himself have no war gear whatsoever to actually clear out garrisons, and Spore Mines have been very bad at doing so in the past. So have been Barbstringer Warriors. But now Spore Mines are much better, so Tex decides to not even test the new capabilities of these Spore Mines and just falls back. In the meantime, Tex went for a Shuriken platform over Rangers first. Rangers now only 20 power, so we might see them following this Shuriken platform very quickly, because you will need detection. And we see a third Hormagon squad. This might be Overwatch here, but it's very difficult for Eldar to deal with such huge blobs early on, since they have very specialized units. So yeah, and then we see the Lictor Alpha, like just going in, infiltrated, disrupting the Shuriken platform. Wow, look at all this. That's the new effect from the Spore Mines, and it actually does friendly fire as well, so you have to be careful where you detonate those Spore Mines. This is a dead Shuriken platform, because the Spore Mines here behind the Shuriken platform actually take it out. And there goes another explosion, so huge model losses here for Tex, and even a squad loss immediately. These Banshees doing what they do best, killing stuff, but let's see, this Termagon squad, yes, it goes down, but DarkHero is still sitting on a huge army on triple Hormagons. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how Tex will tackle this problem. He will immediately repurchase his Shuriken platform, obviously, considering he's up versus triple Hormagons. Warlock goes down here. These Banshees must get out of at all costs, and they do. Flash Hook is off cooldown. And the Banshees get away. Let's see. They are level 2 already. That means the Lictor Alpha will have to be extremely careful. I'm thinking Tex should just babysit his Shuriken platform at this point with the Banshees and let the Shuriken platform do all the work for now until Tex can get out more units. DarkHero choosing to replace the Termagons. He really wants that huge army going for him, and it's working so far. Like, these Dire Avengers have nothing on these Hormagons and Termagons, and so the same goes for these Dire Avengers. DarkHero used the crippling poison here on them to help the Hormagons close in on this Dire Avenger squad and forces them off immediately. Victory points in favor of Tex, but now 2-to-1 cap for DarkHero. Tex does have 2 generators, and DarkHero has a full farm now. But the map is very red and turning more so at the moment. Banshees always around the Shuriken platform now. Tex knows that triple Hormagons will easily annihilate a Shuriken platform. And there we see a huge push on the Shuriken platform now. Shuriken platform is not set up to deal with this. Here are some Hormagons from behind, and Tex should... No, he should not have fought these Hormagons with the Shuriken platform, and the Shuriken platform goes down again. Huge loss. That's 60 power down the drain in tier 1. That is not what you want to see as Eldar. And these Banshees should also most definitely get out, because 2 Hormagon squads are way too much unless they get very, very lucky specials. Plasma grenades to chase away the Hormagons, but these Hormagons, they want more. They are in for the nom nom nom. And we might see another plasma grenade. No, we don't. Just see full retreat here from Tex. Huge losses for Tex. A nice destructor here. Let's see, he didn't get a lot of models with it though. Damage was very spread out, so... Let's see. Oh, the Immolator. Yeah, I was just thinking about what the hell was that? That was a flash hook on the Warlock that failed to pull in the Warlock. Interesting. A bug? I'm not sure about the Immolator though. While it's very nice to deny Termagons their positioning behind heavy cover, I would have waited for the Witchblade of Kernus, which is now cheaper in 2.6. It costs only 30 power instead of 35 power, and would have gone to town on these Hormagons, because one ethereal slash from the Warlock will most definitely force off Hormagons, and since he has multiple Hormagons, you just fly in there and pull off your ethereal slash and immediately force off multiple squads, or the Banshees will finish off the other models with ease. Yeah, Tex will have to do something about this map pressure. He has to use his Dire Avengers for capping. Meanwhile, DarkHero has already gone tier 2 and is putting pressure on Tex's power. He's going to lose this entire farm. This is a very bad transition here from Tex. Immediately repurchases the node. He must not lose this node. He needs at least a little bit of power income, but this node is most definitely going to go down again. Immolator goes down. These Termagons don't even care apparently. Losing a lot of models here, and wow, Almost lost the entire squad. I hear a grenade being chucked in, but these Homogons, they just don't care. They are so fast. I think they have space speed of 8, if I'm not mistaken. These Tyranids, they need to get out. Beautiful plasma grenade here, deterring these Homogons, but they need to see the cover of the garrison. Yeah, they have to get into this garrison, and they do so. But DarkHero is wise to it, and he is going to lend some support for these Homogons. Banshee's in there. I think that was the attempt of channeling runes, but if you want to go for channeling runes against the Lictor Alpha, you will also most definitely need the Champion's Robe, because the Lictor Alpha can simply disrupt the channeling runes ability by flash hooking the Warlock, which immediately cancels and stops the ability. There we saw the deadly jump from the Lictor Alpha. Banshees have now upgraded with the heavy melee Executioner Spear on the Exarch, but they will have to fall back. It's just too much of melee that DarkHero has here on the field. Now he also has his own throw on the field. Will allow the surrounding Hormogons and Termagons to heal, and is also an artillery unit. I'm curious to see DarkHero not having gone for pheromones. I'm guessing he doesn't want the bleed, but pheromones is so strong with this build he has right now, because he would be able to stay on the field indefinitely while Tex wouldn't be able to do anything against this melee blob. And he's now going for pheromones in tier 2. I'm guessing he's doing it because the stuff that Tex will get out now is going to be a lot more potent at killing off Homogons and Termagon models. So he's streamlining his build a little bit, I'm guessing. So these Tyranids just barely get out there. But Tex is doing a fine job at keeping map control somewhat to a 50-50 state. These Banshees attacking these Termagons here easily force off these Termagons. Warlock in a fight here with some more Termagons. Actually, I'm sorry, those are Homogons. They do not have their adrenal glands, it would seem. Let's look at their backs. Nope, they do not have adrenal glands. So unupgraded Homogons here. Warlock will go for the decap, and these. Ooh, this Autarch here. I didn't even see the call in. Very bad positioning here for these Dire Avengers. We see the deadly jump on his own unit, and let's not forget that the deadly jump does damage on landing, and it also does friendly damage as well. DarkHero sees that this node is, or that this power node here is not noded, and will go for the decap. That is very annoying here for Tex. Autarch will have none of it though, and immediately leaps in, healing herself upon landing, buffing her speed, buffing her damage. You see, her speed is already very high, but the Autarch is such a scary unit to deal with. But against this build right here, there's nothing she can do, because these double Homogons with the support of the Pheromones and the Lictor Alpha and the Zone Throw will just easily kill the Autarch. Banshee's going for a bash here. I'm not sure whether at this point bash is even going to help. I'm thinking these are distraction tactics. Tex is trying to focus DarkHero's attention on his power farm and away from controlling the map, because Tex has regained a lot of map control here. And there we see the channeling runes. We need to see the flash hook on the Warlock now. And well, we see the deadly jump, but he missed both the Banshees and the Warlock. Now the Warlock is tied up in melee combat, and there you see the Pheromones on the ground, constantly reinforcing all surrounding models in quite a large radius. And Banshees gain nothing here apart from XP, and they are level 4, so be careful, DarkHero. Level 4 Banshees are very, very dangerous. We see Warp Spiders. Warp Spiders, I think, is a very interesting choice here. They will put the hurt on everything that DarkHero has right now. I'm not so sure whether they will grant him a lot of killing potential here, though. because Omegons and Termagons are not very expensive, and with the help of the pheromones they will easily be able to still close in on their targets. These Dire Avengers might be dead here. Could have used a capillary tower here to buff the speed of the Homogons, might have got the kill on the Dire Avengers. And there we see the Warp Spiders. Look at the damage that they actually dish out. Have to be very, very careful with their positioning though, because Warp Spiders are very fragile once you close in on them, or once you get them in a ranged fight. And when they're out of green cover, there we see the Immolator going down. These Homogons might actually go down if the Warp Spider have the energy to teleport after them. No, they actually don't, and Homogons do get away. Teleported a little bit too late here. Might have been a good kill. And DarkHero went tier 3, so considering he has a lot of requisition and a lot of power, we might see a counter pick very, very soon. Or maybe he's waiting for the Swarm Lord. I'm not sure what Tex could do against the Swarm Lord. At this point, he does have no power. So his own... Oh, well, we see our Carnifex. But even the Carnifex is going to be extremely difficult for Tex to handle. He does have Warp Spiders, so he has access to the Haywire, but Banshees will not be able to kill a Carnifex, since the melee special from the Carnifex alone will absolutely destroy the Banshees. Warp Spiders will have to teleport out to see the Banshees, and there's a Tyranids formation. I'm not sure whether this works here, just to kill some Warp Spiders or some Banshee models. Doesn't even, like, he killed one Warp Spider mod or two Warp Spider models. But yeah, apart from the huge buffs that he will now have on the center of this map, DarkHero gained basically nothing from using the Tyranids formation here. You always want to use it as a setup for a push to disrupt and then grant all the speed and damage buffs to your Tyranid army that is closing in behind or like in on the Tyranids formation location. Plasma Grenade, very nice. Altar healing all these Dire Avengers here, but the Carnifex, it is the Carnifex, and it's a Barb Strangler one, and look at the damage it does suppress with its projectile here, and it's firing these Barb Strangler shots. Wow, the damage. Luckily no models lost here. I mean, these are level 4 Dire Avengers, but still their health just flew down so fast. And these Banshees did get all the capillary towers. They're already level 4, would have most certainly leveled from all of this experience here. But they're already on maximum experience here. And I'm curious to find out how Tex will deal with this threat, because he has nothing to actually deal with this Carnifex. Barb Strangler shot missing here. And now he's going for these Homogons. He really wants these Homogons. Immolator goes down. Banshee's getting the... he actually put the Distort Field on these Banshees. These Banshees might get these Homogons here, but they are being suppressed by the Barb Strangler projectiles. And now we see Spore Mines coming in on retreat here. Tex should really think about retreating these Banshees, and he does so because the Barb Strangler melee attack is still very potent, even if he is upgraded with a melee weapon. And wow, Warp Spiders just teleported from under that Barb Strangler shot. Maybe he does it again? No, he does not do it again. Fails to microwave these Warp Spiders here from the Carnifex. And now we see Dire Avengers desperately trying to keep up here within map control, because DarkHero's army is just so big and so threatening. It's very, very difficult for Tex to even stay on the field. Artart has now upgraded with her Executioner Spear. Is a very, very potent power melee weapon. So she will be able to patrol one lane on her own and win direct confrontations with singular units, but DarkHero never really lets his Homogons run around like alone. There's at least 2 Homogons running around at the same time. into a lane, and there we see the Archer is just taking so much damage. She is level 3 already, but nice destructor here. But again, it's not enough to kill squads. Well, maybe this immolator will do the job. Warp spiders do jump out here. Spore mines being very annoying here, but these Banshees, they will easily kill these spore mines. And yeah, there we see the pheromones, and I'm thinking we might even see the, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think we have, I'm not sure what the upgrade is called. The one that lets Termagon, that adds 2 more Termagons and Homogon models to each squad. I think it's called Endless Swarm. Even gives them a cheaper reinforcement. And yeah, Texas Banshees got destroyed here. Had to fall back immediately, lost 4 models. And now we see a Lictor on the field as well. Guessing he was anticipating a vehicle purchase here from Tex. Well, the Lictor is also very potent, just roaming around on his own and fighting off anything that Tex has. Well, apart from the Banshees will most definitely destroy the Lictor at their current state. Now we see the Autarch. We might even... Would it be a nice idea to give her the shield? Oh, and that flash hook. He now has access to double flash hook, and I think this Autarch will have to get the hell out of there. Yeah. She's being slowed down, so I'm guessing, yeah, exactly. We see the corrosive claws on the Lictor Alpha slowing down. Well, actually, striking enemy units increases the amount of damage they take by 20%. So add that to the fact that you have triple Homogons and the Lictor. That is very, very dangerous for enemy melee squad. Banshees do lose their Exarch. It is repurchased. The Exarch has actually been reduced in cost here. Channeling the runes going down the Banshees. Exarch now costs only 20 power, where it cost 25 power before. This Wraithlord will most definitely win against the Lictor, and I'm not sure what happened to the Lictor there. He seemed to be kind of path blocked, and that Barbed Strangler shot just saved the Lictor, because these Banshees would have most definitely gotten the Lictor on the feet, and now these Banshees actually have to fall back, because the Lictor Alpha is here, or that, yeah, that's the Lictor Alpha, and with its corrosive claws increasing the damage that these Banshees are taking, these Banshees might actually go down here. Homogons desperately trying to kill these level 4 Banshees, but they fail to do so, and will maybe pay with it for their life. Will oh god, this Warlock, so desperate. I think he didn't have the Immolator. If he would have put down the Immolator, that would have most definitely killed these Homogons. And let's get back to the fight, because I completely missed the Wraithlord taking out the Carnifex here, and there we saw the melee special from the Wraithlord. It's such a destructive special. These Homogons might actually go down. I think they will go down, because they have to retreat through the Warlock and the Immolator. Warlock does not focus these Homogons. Another lapse here from Tex. Oh no, he could have killed 2 Homogon squads there. And that would have been so worth it, because these Homogons were being such a massive problem here, and the Warlock will have to fall back. This Wraithlord can just stay on this field like forever, but Tex will have to get units onto the victory points, because even though he is ahead in victory points, DarkHero is starting to gain back map control. He's getting Texas Natural, he's getting the center victory point, and he's fighting off the Autarch here. He's just delaying Tex here. He doesn't want Tex to recapture these points. Now he's putting a lot of effort to capturing Texas Natural, but let's see, this Lictor might... No, it gets out again. So unfortunate here for Tex. Oh, it's such a close game. Anything might happen here at this point. These Homogons are going to go for the cap. This Lictor Alpha will not let the Autarch get close to these capping Homogons, but even use the flash hook just to get them off. These Warp Spiders though will destroy these Homogons. Let's look, let's see. Yeah, Immolator goes down. He really does not want this cap to happen. These Homogons are also level 1 and they get obliterated. But this Autarch might actually go down here. Let's see. No flash hook. Oh, you can do it. And there we see that Deadly Jump did not do any damage here to the Autark. Very, very strange. Should have killed the Autark. We see a Tyranno formation, but these Banshees just tanked it like a boss. They do not care at level 4, apparently. Let's see, this Liquor Alpha goes down, and I think Tex will decide this game for himself. He will get his DarkHero will get his natural victory point. Wow, Warp Spider's got so much stuff goes down, but these Dire Avengers here, they will just fall back to the natural victory point and capture this. Actually protected from further decapping, and these Banshees here, they have been awesome this game. Such a close match here. Very, very interesting build from DarkHero, putting a lot of pressure on Tex. But Tex, he played it very, very wisely. He took engagements when he knew he could bleed DarkHero, and then he fell back until he could get out stronger stuff. Didn't have any nodes here for the rest of the game, but he got out the Wraith Lord, which was key to winning this game, because the Wraith Lord special will absolutely destroy Hormagaunts in melee combat, and he actually managed to kill the Carnifex, the Barb Strangler Carnifex. That was a huge problem and a huge loss here for DarkHero. The Lictor is most definitely not enough to kill a Wraith Lord, because the Wraith Lord will go to town on the Lictor, and yeah, it will just reign supreme, and DarkHero had no answer to that. And then the combination with the level 4 Banshees and the Autark also being level 4, she did an amazing job, went down, well, almost went down a few times. And then we have level 4 Dire Avengers, like everything is leveled so high. Look at this Warlock almost being level 10. Very, very nice support abilities here. We saw the channeling runes being used very wisely to multiply the effectiveness of Banshees in melee combat, even though they were against, wow, level 4 Hormagaunts here, and we have level 3 Hormagaunts. One Hormagaun squad was lost. Very, very, very nice game. Wow, it came down to the last victory points here. So I hope you enjoyed this cast, and see you next time.